The Flow Sports Radio.
Yeah. Hip Hop Sports Radio. You already know who you're listening to. The Flow Sports Radio Show. Matthew Shack, man, talking about these NFL divisional games for the 2016 season, man. We're going to go ahead and cut to the chase, man, because there's been a whole lot of buffoonery on the football field this weekend, man. We're going to just go ahead and jump right into it, man. The first game we're going to talk about is the 11-5 Falcons. They put a shellacking on the 10-5-1 Seattle Seahawks with a 36-20 win. Man, let me tell you something. Atlanta doesn't get any respect because they're in a very small market and they don't play a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? Them cats don't get a lot of television time. You know what I'm saying? Not all over the country unless you're in the southern market. But Matty Ice decided to show the world how good Atlanta really was. And Seattle never really had a chance, man. I was very impressed with the offensive production that the Atlanta Falcons had. Even though Julio Jones had a very moderately pedestrian game, it didn't matter because, you know, the Falcons just ran roughshod all over them cats, man. And as far as Seattle's concerned, you know, their defense, the Legion of Boom, man, they look like the Legion of Doom, man, or the Legion of Gloom. And without Earl Thomas, man, it was very apparent that their defense wasn't going to be on par. And Richard Sherman was getting torched. Let's understand that. Richard Sherman was holding, grabbing, pulling socks, pulling jock straps. He was doing everything he could to keep his hand on Julio Jones, man. And that's the reason why Julio had a pedestrian game, because he was being held all game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Richard Sherman has been holding all season, man. And I still think he's an elite cornerback, man, but he was definitely getting used, man. And like I said before, man, you know, Doug Baldwin was great. You know, he's a very solid wide receiver, but Seattle don't have no running game, man. I think they just ran out of steam, man. Russell Wilson did what he could, man. But the whole future situation being played out on the Falcons sidelines over Russell Wilson, man. Hey, man, you know, there's been wars in history that's been started over a woman, man. You know, and that situation is not going to go away anytime soon. The Sierra is in the center of it, and you got Future on one side, and you got Russell Wilson on the other side. The only person who's winning out of this situation is Sierra. Let's understand that, because y'all cats don't need to be going back and forth, man. But that was the game, man. Seattle, they got to come back from them injuries, man, and do better, man. The Falcons is looking unstoppable, man. I ain't going to even lie to you. We're going to keep it moving as we what? Move the damn chain.
My grandmama gave me that chain.
Next game we're going to talk about, man, was a Saturday game. The 14-2 Patriots, they went 34-16 over the 9-7 Texans, 34-16. And Tom Brady had a bad game. Let's understand that, man. I'm seeing a lot of cats running around, man. You guys are sipping on the Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Y'all biting from the apple, and everyone's saying that Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, man. I don't understand where that's coming from, man. You guys are talking about, you know, buying into the narrative. He didn't look like he was the greatest QB of all time on Saturday. As a matter of fact, Tom Brady had a very bad game. Let's not get it confused. He didn't play well at all. Yeah, he had like 225, 2 touchdown passes, man, but he didn't look good. And what saved him was the special teams and the defense. Straight up. Special teams and the defense, man. That's what saved him. And as far as the Texans concerned, they the Texans, man. They boo-boo. Straight up. They always been boo-boo. They gonna stay boo-boo. Yeah, they make the playoffs every year, man, but that's because the AFC South is a weak division. You know what I'm saying? And Brock Osweiler, he turned back into Brock Osweiler. Straight up. Yeah, when he was playing against the Raiders, everybody was talking about how good he was. Hey, man, he played against a third-string quarterback in the Oakland Raiders, man. You know, he wasn't gashing nobody, man. He wasn't running around like he was Peyton Manning and nobody, man. Y'all be tripping, man, coming up with all this crazy talk and all this stuff, man. End of the day, Tom Brady gets it done. It was a boo-boo game, but it was kind of exciting when people started scoring some touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, man, Tom Brady didn't play good, man. Get off that dude, Jock, man. Stop saying he's the greatest quarterback of all time, because he ain't the greatest quarterback of all time yet. He got a little bit of work to do. The next two games. See, I wanted to get past all that boo-boo stuff, man. We ain't got time for them other two games. Outside of the Falcons look good. That's the only thing you need to know about Saturday's games. And Tom Brady played like crap. That's it. Next game, as we move the damn chains, because that's what we did.
Man, my grandmama gave me that chain.
The Packers and the Cowboys. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I was in Hollywood, man, last night. I was at the T-Boz from TLC. She had an event for sickle cell anemia. You know what I'm saying? It was her. It was the Brat. You know what I'm saying? Funkdafied. It was Snoop Dogg. Snoop got hits. Snoop got so many hits he could have been on stage 2 hours. And Naughty by Nature, man. Hey, man, I love football, man, but I ain't missing that concert. Straight up. So I stayed up till 4 a.m. this morning catching up on all the rest of the games that I missed. But I did catch the first half of this game. And discount double check Aaron Rodgers. He goes through and does exactly what I said he was going to do. 34-31 over the Cowboys, man. Win the game with 2 or 3 seconds left in the game, man. I had everybody hitting me up, man. IMing me, hitting me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I needed to know what the score was. But at the end of the day, man, it came down to 2 factors, man. Who was going to play better? The 2 best players for both teams, Aaron Rodgers for the Packers and Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys. Yeah, I said Ezekiel Elliott's the best player. He is the best player on the Cowboys. Okay, Dak is a close second, but he is the most important aspect. Zeke had 125. I said he needed 150. Aaron had like 305. I said he needed 400. But who played better? Aaron Rodgers played better, man. And it boils down to one play. 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 in the final couple of minutes of the game. Aaron Rodgers was 3rd and 20, and the Cowboys didn't get it done, man. Threw that ball right to the tight end. You know what I'm saying? Jared Cook, and it was a wrap, man. He did the Michael Jackson toe tap on the sidelines, and that was it. But Cowboy fans, let me tell you something, man. A couple things I gotta make very clear to y'all. One, you guys were never in that game. You guys were either trailing or tied the whole. You were playing catch up and chase. You were doing chase down blocks the whole game trying to catch up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You guys did not put yourself in a position to be ahead at any time in that game. Now, I will give you guys credit for fighting back. And for you guys that are out there that's hating on Dak Prescott, you Cowboy fans who think that Tony Romo would have got that done. Tony Romo wouldn't have got that done. Tony Romo would not have got that done. Stop it. He would not have came back from that. This is Dak Prescott's team. You guys are going to have to get over it. Dak proved again he has poise. He has the skill set. He has the leadership. Because he was down 15 in the second half and he came back. He was a couple of seconds away from winning that game. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to go ahead and figure out what y'all should need to do with Tony Romo. But if I was Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones, I wouldn't be thinking about doing nothing with Romo but trying to figure out what I can get for him. This is Dak and Zeke's team, man. Let them young boys rumble. Straight up. Good game, Packers, man. Like I said, man, y'all looking very formidable, man. But understand, them Falcons are not to be played with. The last game as we move the damn chains.
Man, my grandmama gave me that chain.
This game, I picked the Steelers to win, but it still was a toss-up. And I'm going to show you exactly why I was correct. Steelers win the game 18-16 over the Chiefs.
Stir Crazy
Now,
Productions, baby.
this game, I'm up. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm trying to go through this game. Now, luckily for me, I'm a defensive football fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real football fan. There wasn't a whole lot of offense going on, man. If you were the casual, let me see the game because it's going to be exciting and you don't appreciate defense, this game wasn't for you. It was a defensive struggle back and forth. But at the end of the day, they got it done. But how did they get it done? 6 field goals, man. Really? Really, Steeler fans? Really? Y'all win the game on... Okay, y'all won the game. Okay? But let's not run around here acting like y'all drugged Kansas City. Okay? Kansas City scored 2 touchdowns. They had the 2-point conversion, which was called back on a penalty. And this just goes to show you, man, if you want to be an elite team in the NFL, you got to have 2 things. The Cowboys have it, and the Chiefs have it, and the Steelers have it. You got to have an elite running game, and you got to have a tight end that can catch passes, man, when things break down. You don't got a good tight end, you ain't going to win nothing, okay? And the tight end play that the Steelers had with Jesse James, he was consistently getting first downs, man. Anytime Ben was doing his check downs, we try to look at Antonio AB had a great game, but he was kept out the end zone. You look around, your AB's covered, secondary receiver, the slot guy's covered, you're going to throw it to Jesse James. Same thing on Kansas City side. You know, Travis Kelce, all pro. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that need to happen. You need to have a quality tight end. But at the end of the day, man, Steelers, y'all get it done. But I'm going to tell you this right now. 6 field goals are not going to beat Tom Brady. It's not happening. Tom Brady's going to throw at least 2 or 3 touchdowns, even if he has a boo-boo game, which he just had. And that's not going to win. So if I was you Steeler fans, I would be trying to figure out what kind of scheme we can run so we can get some offensive productions. Le'Veon Bell did his job, man. He was averaging 5.7 yards a carry, had 170 yards rushing. Like I said before, AB had like 103, but they didn't get no touchdowns. And defensively, the Steelers handled their damn business. They kept Tyreek Hill in check. You know, Alex Smith, he couldn't make no plays. He didn't really do anything. That's the thing about Alex Smith. You know, you're going to get a guy who's not going to make any mistakes, but you're going to get a guy who can make plays. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole playoff implications right now. So now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of who's going to be in the bowl. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this right now. The way things are looking, if I don't see some more offensive production outside of Aaron Rodgers, I don't know who's going to make the Super Bowl, but it's going to be boring as hell. I'm telling you that now. So hopefully we get some better games next week. But those games were exciting. They were nail biters, but they could be better. And that's it. Flow Sports Radio Show. Making it happen, Captain. But until then.